Hi guys, welcome to another video. I decided to change my nails up yesterday and I went for this gorgeous glittery neon pink ombre. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that in today's video. So I'm just removing the set that I did last week. I'm using my Kuku E-File and the bit that I'm using is the Extreme Remover bit. You can buy that bit in a set that they do. I'll pop the link down below for you to have a look at. I'm literally just removing the design and removing down to that clear acrylic base layer. Once that's all gone, I'll be ready to apply my new design. So once that's done, I'm just coming in with my 100 grit file just to neaten up my nails where they've been battered over the last week. I do actually also go over any lifting with my 150 grit file, just gently buff over and any lifting should flake off. I didn't film that because I found it so hard to film, so I just did it off camera. Okay, so now on to the fun bit. I'm using my complete Ugly Duckling system today, so I'm now just going in with my Ugly Duckling Prep and Prime. That only needs to go on the natural nail. You don't need to put that on the artificial nail at all. Just be careful that you're not getting it on the skin because you don't want to cause any overexposure. So I've got my monomer in my dapping dish. The Ugly Duckling monomer comes in this gorgeous brush steel bottle, which I absolutely love. I also love the fact that it comes with a pump dispenser. Now, I did not realise how much liquid I wasted before I got this pump dispenser. Honestly, it has saved me so much wasted liquid. So I'm going to be going in with the Fufu Pink Acrylic. This is a really gorgeous colour pink and I use it on almost everyone that comes into my little salon. Now the system is a fairly dry system, but because I want to create a blend I will be using it slightly wetter today. So I'm just going to use my size 10 Ugly Duckling acrylic brush to apply that to the bottom part of my nail and feather that up as you'll see in the video. So you'll see that I'm applying my bead close to the cuticle and I'm coming in behind that bead to stop it from going into my cuticle area. Once I have fitted that to my cuticle, I'm going to drag the product from behind again up to create that soft blend. Okay, now time for the fun bit. So this gorgeous neon pink is number 137 from Ugly Duckling. Again, I'll link the products down below for you to have a look at. They have got an absolutely gorgeous neon range, and look at that sparkle. It is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I love it. So again, I'm going to use fairly wet beads, which I'm going to place towards the tip of my nail so I can get that deep colour at the end. And then using a similar technique to how I blended the cover pink, I'm going to blend that back down towards my cuticle. So if you do feel that your blend isn't quite perfect, if you work in thin layers, you can always add a little bit more to help just bring that blend all together like I'm doing here. On the ring finger, I'm just going to come in with this absolutely stunning glitter from A&A Glitter called Space Chick Mega Mix. I'll be applying that with my Ugly Duckling Core acrylic powder in clear. Again, I'll be using wet beads so that I can place that glitter where I want it and cover the full nail. So I just came back to my index finger here because I wasn't that happy with the blend. So I just used my 150 grit file just to buff that blend away, and then I reapplied until I was happy with it. I don't think I ever was still happy with it, but it was like 11 o'clock at night, so I just made do. So once you're happy with your design, you can then cap that in clear. Now I used a slightly drier bead because I wanted the acrylic to be thick enough on top so that if I filed over it, I wouldn't file through to the design. Now I'm not great at one bead application. I am giving it as best a go as I can in this video, but if you can't do a one bead, just make sure that when you get to the end of that bit of acrylic that you blend it into the nail so that when you apply a second bead, you're not left with a line of shadowing where basically where you can see a line where those two beads meet. You don't want that. now I'm on to finish filing. So I like to do my cuticle area first, and for this I'm just going in with my Kuku E-File again, using the Tornado 1 bit. I much prefer using a bit to do my cuticle because I find that when you use a hand file, it quite often rubs against the skin and you end up with sore red cuticles. So this will just tuck in there nicely and bring it all flush with your cuticle. So once I've finished with the cuticle areas, I will then go in with my 100 grit file. I'll follow my normal filing routine, although when I'm doing my own nails, I tend to file any which way. But for clients, my normal routine is sidewalls to get them nice and straight. Once I've done the sidewalls, I'll then come underneath so that I file the profile, the underneath profile of the nail, to get that nice and straight. And then I'll come in and buff across the body of the nail to remove any lumps and bumps. Once I'm happy with my filing, I'm just going to wipe over the nails with some acetone. This will just melt away any of those scratches that you've made in the surface of your nail with your file. I like doing this because I hate filing by hand, and it means that I don't have to buff out any of the scratches. Nice and simple. And then just to finish off, I'm going to apply my Ugly Duckling No Wipe top coat. Cure that for 30 seconds, which will leave my nails looking bright and shiny and glossy and totally amazing. thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a comment down below for me. And if you want to keep up to date with all my latest videos, just hit subscribe. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.